The history and evolution of tufting as an art form. Tufting is a technique that uses tufting yarns to create patterns or designs for home decor, and it involves the pulling of fabrics. It combines colors and texture to produce something appealing and beautiful for human use. The history of tufting is an interesting story that needs to be known by everyone in the tufting world. The involvement and advancement has been drastically improving over the years through the technological advancement of tufting machines like tufting guns, which has made the process more fun and effective. Tufting is an ancient technique that craftsmen and women have been exploring through their creativity through hands. The process has really helped in making designs and artworks that can be used for home decor and interior decoration that give more beauty and create an atmosphere that denotes your personality and choices. The recent technology has shown so much interest in the tufting process, which has brought about the production of tufting yarn and frames that shows more creativity, beauty, and makes work easier and faster than the stressful previous method of hand tufting. The history of hand tufting. The ancient hand tufting has an extensive global history that will surely interest you. Although, it is believed to have originated in nomadic tribes in what is known as Iran today. It was discovered that hand-tufted rugs existed in many unexpected corners of the world. The world's oldest existing carpet is dubbed the Pazyryk carpet. It is classified as a Persian rug dating to 5 BCE. Within the compactly knotted rug, a hunting scene depicts images of deer and men riding horses then. Through the information obtained, it was mentioned that throughout Persia then, this practice of hand tufting existed in nomadic tribes, village workshops, and royal manufacturers alike. The surprising thing about it is that each region had its own distinctive patterns, wool quality, colors, and end knots used for securing wool to the knitted cotton cloth. During the Safavid dynasty in the late 15th century, a more defined partnership emerged between artists and weavers as they created the most detailed Persian rug to date, introducing the arabesque style to textiles. Previously, these designs were only seen in tiles and book covers, but now, it is not limited to that anymore. Sent ones later in 1925, the Pahlavi dynasty originating with Reza Shah once again changed the course of rug making in Iran. The Pahlavi dynasty encouraged and marketed rug makers in an effort to legitimize their regime and establish a strong national identity. However, over the next 20 years, a series of monarchs following Reza Shah outlined nomadism and enforced rigid programs that decimated the communities in which traditional rug making flourished. Today, hand-tufted rugs have a small but dedicated client based in Iran. Traditions such as natural dye art continued, as materials like madder root, Ineon, chamomile, aoak, and indigo are used to dye wool vibrant colors. Persian rugs were and still are immensely influential in rug-making traditions all over the world. During the Crusade in the Middle Ages, hand-tufted rugs were introduced to Europe and Asia. Persian rugs were a popular item of trade and have been discovered in Renaissance paintings, Tibetan monasteries, and bonal sites along the Silk Road. The Scandinavian tradition of Rhea rug making, composed of thousands of knots, originated from Vikings trading with Ottoman Empire textiles. In the 1800s and 1900 future brides would hand knot Rhea rugs to stand on during the wedding ceremony. These rugs would then be repurposed as insulating duvet covers on the couple's marriage bed. Across the pond, the first mechanized tufting machines are different from the new tufting machines that are being used nowadays, like the tufting gun or tufting starter kit that seems to make tufting more effective and convenient. This ancient tufting machine was developed in Dalton, Georgia in the 1930s. Thanks to the original tufting machine, chenille rugs and wall-to-wall carpeting that become hugely popular in the United States, however, the recreative practice of hand tufting lost some of its appeal because its materials were more expensive, which brings us to today's technique and advancement through social media, artists, rug traders, collectors, do-it-yourself enthusiasts in tufting, fiber fanatics, and even beginners can swap hand and machine tufted inspiration. It is safe to say that the rich history of tufting is still in the making. Understanding different types of tufting. In case after reading the historical information about ancient hand tufting, you now like to have in-depth and comprehensive knowledge of the different types of tufting that is widely used in the world, then stay tuned and keep reading till the end. Tufting is a kind of fabric treatment where layers of fabric and underlying filling are tightly stitched into a pattern to form evenly positioned indents or depressions. The raised sections are called tufts. It brings subtle elegance to any room, and the styles of tufting also enhance comfort and cushioning. This directly makes it clear to you that the use of tufting varies, as it can be used as home decors, interior decoration, wall hangers, pillows, and fashion accessories and dresses. Tufting originated in Victorian England around the 1800s to secure the fillings in furniture padding from shifting. Tufting products are traditionally used in sofas. Tufting is also used in headboards, ottomans, and so on. There are 5 commonly used tufting patterns that are now used mostly for the added style and professional finish they give to furniture. Let's learn more about them in this article. Diamond tufting. This is one of the oldest and most popular types of tufting techniques used in sofas and similar pieces of furniture. Indicative of the home, the fabric is pulled and secured in a way to create diamond patterns. The technique features extra cushioning in each tufting, resulting in a comfortable seating experience. Biscuit tufting, commonly referred to as the bun technique. In biscuit tufting, the fabric is stitched in a way to create uniform squares or rectangles of about 8 to 10 inches. Biscuit tufting can be either flat and clean lined for added comfort. Button tufting. As the name suggests, buttons are used in the center of each indentation to secure the truss. Button tufting can be easily integrated into biscuit and diamond tufting types. Though the buttons usually match the fabric color, one can always use another material or color to draw visual interest. Blind tufting. Blind tufting is basically tufting that can be in any pattern but does not show anything holding the indentation in place. It is achieved by pulling back the fabric with a small stitch on the surface and securing it with a knot. Doing so, it gives a minimalistic look with no visible accents such as buttons or ribbons. Channel tufting. This tufting style features horizontal or vertical stitched lines where the padding fills a low channel between 2 lines where the stitching for a more modern look. Thesa tufting style is popularly used in headboards as it gives a sense of height used for home decor. Also, the even finish makes it more comfortable to rest the head on the headboard. Difference between hand tufting and tufting gun. Based on the historical information given at the beginning of this article, this has given insight about the previous manual method of tufting through human hand done by craftsmen. The truth about this method or tufting process is that it is very time-demanding and can only be used in the production of small-scale business level. All thanks to the technical advancement that keeps evolving, that has been bringing development of tools like the tufting gun that makes the tufting process and pattern making easier and more effective. Tufting gun is one of the major tufting tools that has made the process easier and comfortable for tuft making. Manual tufting is a method that involves the creation of a product like handmade rug, and it is done by pushing your strands of tufting yarn through the backing materials in order for you to create beautiful designs that depict the taste and standard you want. You can either make a rug or tufted product by using the needles for tufting or the tufting gun that are now mostly used by tuft makers. And this tufting gun can be gotten at a reputable company like Urban Tufting. The major reason why manual tufting is not advisable is that it is much more time-consuming than using a tufting gun. It requires your energetic effort and dexterity in pushing the needle through the backing materials. Quality factors for tufting. Tufting enables a significantly higher performance than production with a conventional loom. In industrial performance, it may be a side-by-side arrangement of needle chute pile yarn that is simultaneously into the base materials. This material consists either of natural fibers such as wool, fleece, or jute, or of synthetic fibers such as polyacrylic or polyamide. The backing materials contribute to the overall quality of any tufted product, but the pile yarn might be decisive in this matter. The pile inserted into the base material and then again retrieved creates small loops, which in turn are fixed by attaching some second backing material to it. One of the things that are understood by most tuft makers that you will also need to know in case you want to launch into the tufting world is that the way yarns are twisted determines the quality and also the weight of the tufted project. The quality can be set through the process of, which implies exposure of twisted yarns to a steam atmosphere. Advantage of tufting machine. Tufting machines like starter kit, tufting guns enable production of large quantities of carpets in a very short time. Due to the production in technology, it has enabled the fulfillment of craftsman and artist flexibility during the tufting process. Evolvement of technology has made it possible for tufting companies that are into the production of tufting products to produce tufting machines in large numbers at an affordable price.